go tackle every day on And are we in? Thank you. Is that in? Yeah, I'm in. No, it's in. Okay. Okay, then we keep all those. You know what? When you need to hear like 10 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. How's that? Alright, here, I will put this in my pocket.
One time you're like, dang, I wish I had a tool belt.
Alright, go ahead and put the head in there. Yep, put that inside in. It's magnetic, so it'll hold. Yep. That's good.
Well, that drill looks familiar.
It's coming in handy.
Or is it in there?
No. Oh, yeah, that's it.
Okay. It just looks not. From underneath, it just looks like it's not all the way in.
Oh, that's no.
It tripped us out too when we first put it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nope, it ain't popping. Tell me I can squat 600 pounds for reps and I can't get up out of the floor. Told you that. My sign out there, mounted and everything, was like 200 bucks. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not lit and big and fancy, but it's 200 bucks. Oh, can you believe Elliot didn't believe that Paul was really in the Meg movies, like Meg 2? Like, did he kill him in there? That his stage name's Jason Statham? Ooh. So yeah, we're down and back a little bit today. As you saw, we're doing a bunch of moving things, and we got some of the moving that turf on video, didn't we? Our unprepared move of that turf. I messed up my back. Pretty bad. So we're just kind of taking it easy this week. This week's gonna be crazy, haywire. So I'm gonna kind of deload this week, go a little lighter. Still be on my food best as possible, but like today I got busy, and next thing you know, it's almost 2 o'clock and I've had one meal. Yeah, I've had one meal and a snack. But yeah, so we got some catch up to do, but we'll get her done. One more week. I'm just ready to have this move over with, but it's gonna be pretty neat. Videos are gonna look a lot cooler over there, but a little bit stressful. So we got 6 days, have it all done. So yeah, I'm just gonna hit some leg extensions, leg curls, maybe some leg press in the back if I can, and we'll just call it legs at that and go light all week. Get a pump, move some blood. But yeah, and we'll see how the back feels, because we're doing the big move this weekend of all the equipment, and I don't want to be broken for that. So I need this back to heal up sooner than later. Well, I've broken both of these fingers. My ring fingers, like on both hands.
And also you hurt. Seriously?
Yeah. This one I snapped off the end, so it was just sticking sideways. And this one I ripped. See how there's that knot on the side? Yeah. It's because I ripped all the tendons and completely snapped it backwards in half. So it didn't break, but it ripped all the tendons. One was on a ninja course. This one was in a strongman competition. Yep.
Luke, also one of those fingers your leg
See this?
on. Luke, also
You see this? All right, 2 fingers. Think I can do it, Elliot?
Yep, nope.
Hang on.
Yes, I knew it.
I can't do.
Because it's going.
Nope.
It's getting lower, I knew it.
No, there ain't no. No, I can't do 2 fingers. 3 was it. There we go.
No, you can do it.
Okay. Here you go. There you go. Get all right. Okay. You got it?
Yeah, it's just rolling.
Here. There you go. Now squeeze it down. Squeeze it down. There you go. Here. Hop up real quick. I'm pretty sure you and your mom have the same setting on this. Here, hop up. I'll fix it for you. There you go. Hop in there now. There you go. Squeeze it down. There you go.
Want to work at a gas station your whole life?
I mean, I get you gotta do what you gotta do, but all right, we rolling. Oh, what's up, guys? So today we are going to talk about how I open the gym. I guess just how I open the gym. Yeah, all the other stories are almost episodes of their own.
Yeah.
But as of this year, this month we've been open 7 years, which means we're doing something somewhat, right? Yeah, it was a very, quick, everything happened very fast, as far as opening the gym, opportunity came up. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna talk about today. We got the move mostly done, as you can watch in this video. Still doing a little bit of organizing in here, but slowly getting there. Do like the new spot. Yeah, it all happened really, really quick. So I guess we can kind of jump into that. So I have been in the Air Force for 8 years. It was a love-hate kind of thing. I worked on aircraft. I worked avionics on F-15s and A-10s. So if you know anything about aircraft maintenance, it's busy, especially on F-15s. Super fast paced. For my first 4 years, second 4 years, I went and worked on a different aircraft. It was slower paced, but I didn't love my job. I didn't the people made it worth it, but in general, I hate electricity. I don't like it. How many times I've gotten electrocuted? I just got the shit shocked out of myself the other day, changing a light switch. I was so proud and happy it worked. I forgot to shut the breaker back off when I went to shove it back in the wall, and yeah, don't like electricity. The work tempo was just insane. You were working 12, 13-hour shifts, just 6 days a week, 7 days a week. Sometimes that was normal. Didn't love it. Next 4 years, I was stationed at Whiteman Air Force Base, working on the A-10 there, which was a lot better, but I just did not love it. And I had just came back from a TDY to Arizona, where I was gone through all the holidays. It was 4 or 5 months or so. And I don't know, I was just really kind of fed up, came back, and they're like, hey, do you want to deploy? And I'm like, no, I don't, I just got back. It might as well have been in deployment. I was in the desert, on base, on meal card, couldn't leave. I was stuck there through the holidays and stuff. So I was like, no, I'm good. I don't want to go. And then a few weeks later, they're like, oh, we're critically manned, you have to go. And I'm like, and right whenever that had come up, I'd always played around with starting my own business. I had a notebook I had started when I actually was in Arizona with my business ideas, and my initial concept was trying to keep my overhead as low as possible. So I was looking at opening more of a cardio type studio. And just because gym equipment's expensive, the equipment you need for a cardio studio is not. So I was like, oh, I could do that, save a lot of money, grow into an actual gym if I wanted. So just make like a fitness kind of studio place. 2 of them ended up opening over the next 9-10 months after I had kind of come up with that idea here in town. So I was a little bummed. I'm like, dang, that won't work, I don't know. And I was really back and forth on like what I wanted to do. I told him I'd re-enlist in the Air Force, so yeah, I'm just kind of going along with that. I was sucking it up. My re-sign bonus was really, really nice. I think at the time, like just to be a traditional reservist, I think it was 20 grand for my job. And if you were active duty, it was 90 grand. As I can't keep people doing that job. And it also pays a lot of money on the civilian side. But yeah, so I'm like, all right, we're gonna re-enlist. So re-enlistment time comes up. So then I am literally walking to my re-enlistment ceremony. There in the aircraft hangar, I'm walking across the hangar, go up into the offices. And a buddy of mine stopped me in the hangar and he was like, "You don't like this job." And I was like, just kind of like, okay, yeah, no one does. He's like, "You don't like this job." He's like, "Why don't you do something you actually like?" He's like, "Don't re-enlist because you feel like you have to, because you don't have to." He's like, "Do what you want to do." I was like, oh, okay. So I continue walking to my re-enlistment ceremony and I pull the career advisor over to the side. I'm like, "Hey, can you come here for a minute?" And I was like, "I don't want to do this anymore." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "No." And there was other people re-enlisting too, so it's not like everyone was there for one re-enlistment. But I went to the office, I talked to her and was like, "I'm not happy. Like, I don't enjoy this job. I don't love coming to work. I don't love what I do. I'm 27 years old and I'll start over. Like, I'm young enough to do something else, figure something else out, but I just was not happy." And she was like, "Okay, no, fair enough." She didn't argue with me, nothing like that. It's cool. I walked back to my unit. Everyone's like, "Oh, did you re-enlist?" And I was like, "No." And then I'm a very sarcastic person, so then the next day, everyone's coming over like, "Hey, Gabe, come here." I'm like, "Hey, you didn't re-enlist?" I'm like, "Oh, hell no, I told y'all I didn't." They're like, "Yeah, but you're always full of shit. We just thought you were talking." I was like, no, I did not. And it was a relief, but then on the same note, I had to kind of think of what I wanted to do. And I had my plans, so now it's like, all right, well, in 2 months, I'm gonna be job hunting. And I remember I was working out in the gym in town. Actually, it was Planet Fitness. I stopped in Planet Fitness. And there was a guy working out there that I know that he owns several small businesses around town. He was a colonel in the Army. Very, very smart man that I went to church with and talked to him as often as I could. And told him I was getting out, and he goes, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Well, for now, I'm gonna," and I started talking, and he interrupted me. He goes, "Nah," he goes, "You're 27 years old." He was like, "Find what you're good at and what you would like to do." Or, I'm sorry, he goes, "Find what you're good at, find what you like to do, and see where those 2 points intersect." So I kind of just got to thinking, the fitness thing popped back in my head. And so I ended up, I remember where I was. Oh, some friends of mine owned a supplement store and I was helping them out. They were out of town. And I was sitting there and I was talking. It was my girlfriend at the time. And I was like, kind of telling her my idea and plan and stuff. And there was a little gym in town called Hang's Gym that I had always kind of worked out at. It was the hole-in-the-wall grunge gym, the loud music, middle weights, all that kind of fun stuff. And like your hardcore kind of gym, but little shithole, hole in the wall kind of place. And my girlfriend was like, "Why don't you just ask Hank if he'd sell?" And I'm like, "Oh, Hank ain't gonna sell." She's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know." She's like, "Well, ask him." And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I was like, no. She was like, "No, just ask him." And I'm like, okay. And so I texted him and I was like, "Hey, Hank," I was like, "Would you ever consider selling the gym?" And he goes, "To you?" And I said, "Yes." And he goes, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Yes." And my phone rings. And so he calls me. And he's like, "So be you, what you want to do, this and that." And we kind of talked about things. And we nailed down a price. This was 2017. And we agreed to a price. And I was like, okay. I was like, awesome. Okay, got a price and everything. Got off the phone and I'm like, well, I don't have $16,000. And I was like, I don't know what to do now. So I hurry up and I get back on the phone. I call my girlfriend. I'm like, he said yes. And she's like, awesome. I'm like, I don't have money. And I'm like, I have no money. Like, no money. Like things were not good. I had a not good, I basically was borderline very close to being homeless. Just because of things. And so she was like, don't worry about that. And I was like, what do you mean don't worry about that? She's like, just don't worry about that. Like, you got a price, we'll go ahead and write up like a bill of sale, we'll figure out the money. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, we started that process, and then I had to look at what all it takes to get a business loan from the government.
We can put it next to the treadmill, open up this space for 2 more machines right here. Because look how that looks.
It's open as hell.
For the record, that's my brother. And if you're wondering what the difference is between me and my brother, I could never kill my brother. But my brother could kill me. And that's only funny if you know us. What do I gotta do to get a loan? So I got an SBA loan, and you have to, well, to get one of those, you have to write a business plan. So I contacted a good friend of mine, 100% one of the people I could not have opened the gym without Steve. He's my powerlifting coach. Very smart guy, always kind of helped me with just a lot of things through life, but really, really good guy. And he helped me wrote the majority of the business plan. All he did was sit there and like ask me questions. So what do you want to do with this? And he knew how to format it. We had like a 8-page business plan that it's like really freaking good. We went, because they want you to write out your business plan for so many years of business, like basically for at least the duration of the loan. And I had a 5-year loan, and that's what I was applying for. And we wrote our plan, I think, out 7 or 8 years. You have to just list every way you plan on trying to make income, and this and that. So wrote the business plan, and then my ex co-signed for me, which I said without her co-signing, couldn't have done it. She believed it could be something and risked it for me, so I do appreciate that. But she co-signed for me on there, but then I still needed money for a down payment. They're like, awesome, great. They're like, business plan, amazing. They're like, you could pretty much get as much money as you want. And I was trying to get $25,000. The purchase price for all the equipment was $16,000, which I'd hate to see what that costs now, but this was 2017. And so 16 grand for all the equipment. I wanted 25,000, and but I needed $3,000 down, and I didn't even have 3,000 bucks. Like when I say I had been, like basically someone had my car that shouldn't have my car, so I had to repossess my own car from a crazy. And I was showering and Planet Fitness. I slept in it a few times. His life was weird, but did not have money. I was drowning in credit card debt. My finances were not good. I got slammed with medical bills that I started, well, this would be a whole other video on its own, honestly. We can make a financial video. But I was an idiot, and don't ever do this. This is free life advice. Don't ever put medical bills on credit cards.
You know, it's gonna come out to...
That is true.
Because right here is kind of wasted space. We could
That
do
is
something
wasted
else with
space.
those. And then that takes a huge thing out of our way.
Yeah, that actually solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
He's coming, I can't get rid of these things.
I mean, don't get rid of them. We can just put them somewhere.
A rapist built them for me, but they're real nice.
Well, you know, that doesn't mean you can't build.
Huh?
Smarter one of the brothers is.
True. Don't negotiate it, talk to them. Don't be scared that they're gonna go to collections. As long as you pay $1, it can't go to collections. Anyway, that was free. But I was not that smart back then, so I had a lot of debt. Was gonna be looking for a job. A lot of crazy moving pieces. And so there was this book that I'd read by, it was all Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Kiyosaki's the author. And I kind of learned some tips and stuff kind of through that book. And then when it came down to talking to my banker, basically all he needed was a down payment check. As long as they had a check for the money, they didn't care. So I wrote a check out of my business account, which had no money in it, like maybe $100 for $3 grand. I just post-dated it like 2 weeks, so they couldn't cash it for 2 weeks. Well, that was enough to get my loan released. And so then when the loan got released, they could take the down payment out of the loan. So I basically got a zero down loan from the bank without them realizing what was going on. Well, my banker knew, but he was cool. Yeah, secured the loan, got the equipment, basically had my first month. So going into month 2, my bills were, think then roughly between $2,000, $2,500 a month was my overhead. And I had like $1,200 in the bank account. I was like, I hope anybody that wanted to offer me anything, I'm haggling, horse trading, side deals, just anything I could do to get money coming in. Like, I don't have money, but I can give you this. Okay, cool. I think I even traded like a couple months for like a North Face jacket, and then I sold it on Marketplace. Like, I was wheeling and dealing. But we pulled through. We got our membership up. But it was definitely a learning process. And this whole time period was maybe 3 months. All this start to finish from me, like the phone call, will you sell the gym, to signing and having it. Yeah, very nerve-wracking. There's a lot I learned. There's so many different licenses and this and that you need. If you're gonna sell anything in there, you need a merchant license. In Missouri, if you have a gym, you need a spa license. It's the dumbest thing ever. I haven't renewed it for a year and a half and I haven't caught it yet, so. But yeah, you have to have a spa license. It's $120 a year. A lot of different details, and I'm still no expert by any means. Like taxes, oh God, I don't know. I turn the stuff in, I pay what they tell me to pay, and kind of figured I need to learn more about that. I am by no means the best businessman at all. It has all been trial and error, and honestly, just good people helping out to get the place going. Because when we first moved in the first spot, where you saw the walls were white and institutional yellow. One side of the building was a storage unit, and the other room was an H&R Block. There's a lot of pain, a lot of nights. The part you don't see, so I had gotten a job right whenever I was opening it at Buckle. Funnest job I ever had in my life. And Mindy was the best boss ever, but Buckle I didn't want to quit. I had a lot of fun there. They pay really well, really good benefits. Yeah, Buckle. But so I'm working at Buckle pretty much full-time, in the gym pretty much full-time, and I'm at home like maybe 6 hours a day to sleep and get back up. It was paint until midnight, 1 in the morning, and I gotta be at work at 8 o'clock. Many, many nights like that. Got everything painted. One thing people don't realize too, so in preparation to me opening the business, I knew I needed to get my bills as low as possible. So I eliminated everything that was extra.
This is Ralph. So it says Ralph is in here. Do not throw away. It would be awful if he's dead. There him is. It's Ralph.
Oh my God.
It's my baby.
Is that the hamster?
The hamster. I've been feeding him condensed milk with an eyedropper. Turns out I'm attached. We have a problem.
I mean, it's a cute little rabbit.
Good night, Ralph.
You never know what you're gonna get.
Unless I get a disease from him, then I won't be happy. Yeah.
There will be rubber down here in 3 days. We're not that ghetto.
I'm almost there.
Well, thankfully, one thing that really benefited me from being in the military was I did not need health insurance. So I qualified for VA care when I got out, so I had that covered. But I knew I had to get all my other bills down before that. So, what was I driving? I had a Nissan Altima, making payments on. I got rid of that, and what was I driving for? Oh, I was driving my dad's old 2000 Buick Park Avenue that had like 250,000 miles on it. So no payments. Pretty much eliminated every bill I could. No Netflix, no nothing. I didn't eat out for months. If you want to save a weird amount of money, don't buy anything at gas stations but gas. Then you realize how much bullshit you buy and it adds up. It's also free. But so I got my financials under control, payments caught up on everything, paid off as much as I could. That was also whenever Bitcoin was kind of making its first initial climb. And we can make a short out of that, how I discovered Bitcoin. Discovered Bitcoin making a purchase of extracurricular supplements. If you get my drift. So I'm like reading instructions, buy the Bitcoin. I bought like $400 worth. Wake up the next morning and it says $750. I thought I messed up. I'm checking my bank account. I'm freaking out. Didn't entirely understand the concept. And then I understood Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin at the time was like maybe, I think $2,000 a coin. And it went up to 3,500 overnight. So it was very volatile. So I then used Bitcoin and probably paid off about $20,000 in credit card debt. Just I would buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell on that initial climb. So that helped pay off a lot of those bills. And then another thing people take for granted is the first three and a half years I had the gym open, I was not gone one day. Like, not a single day. No vacations. If I was traveling out of town, like on the weekend, Friday morning, I would go into the gym, take everything needed to be, leave town that afternoon, like if I had a powerlifting meet or something like that. I would come back on Saturday. Even if I was getting back at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, came to the gym, checked on the gym. So I literally was never gone one single day for 3.5 years. And that's just kind of what it takes. I think a lot of people have misconceptions now and like, they open a business and they're buying a new vehicle and then they're doing this and then they're going on vacation and like, no, you don't do anything in the beginning. No extra money blown, because had I tried to live like that, I'd be closed right now. It's unrealistic and it takes work. Now, about 5 years in, did my life finally get much easier? Yes. And then I decided to open another business and start the cycle over again. It's like, hey, we haven't had stress for a while. Let's reintroduce stress. It's cool. But yeah, I mean, I worked my ass off, saved my ass off, didn't spend extra money. Yeah, and we've had lots of ups and downs in there. There's the whole fun story behind the Free Luke shirts, which I know you've seen. We got close to going out of business then. And there was good old COVID. Remember that? Remember that guy? The government wanted to shut everybody down. Yeah, about went out of business then too. So it was definitely an interesting ride. A lot of stuff to do in there. It was really sad leaving because, like I said, the walls were blank when I moved in. So everything was like added, written on, painted, just over the years. But we're in this new spot now. I like it. We got everything combined. Fun. But that's a little bit of what it took to open the gym. Like I said, it was terrifying, but rewarding. And I joke and I tell people that I'm poor now, but I'm happier now. Poorer than ever, happier than ever. Like, do I make enough to survive, pay my bills most months? But is it something that I absolutely love? Yes. And do I typically work still 6-7 days a week sometimes? Yes. I mean, I work, I'm gone from the house from about 8 o'clock in the morning till about 8:30 at night. So still same 12 hours I was working for Uncle Sam in the Air Force. It's much different when it's for yourself because it doesn't feel like work. I get to go around, I get to hang out in the gym all day. I get to talk to people in the gym. Most people are in a good mood when they come to the gym. Most of the time we're all like-minded people, like health, nutrition, fitness on the forefront of our minds. Good conversations, it's fun. So if like looking at opening your own business is something you want to do, I would take the advice that guy gave me. Find what you love, find what you're good at, see where they intersect. That was probably the best advice ever given to me and really made me settle down and actually think and start making movements towards that. Another thing too is the people that you have surrounding you. Like, by no means could I have done it without those two people, Steve and my ex Amber. Just, it wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have been pushed. I didn't have the balls to do it. Like, I didn't. I was scared, and it's honestly terrifying. Like, no one's going to have anything but admiration for you if you try to open your own business. I mean, unless you just do something dumb. You're doing something that no one else has the balls to do. It's not easy to go open your own business. There's a lot of moving pieces. It's a lot of work, and it takes a special kind of person. And you've got to be that type of person that opening your own business is going to be satisfying for you, that it's going to basically fill that hole of what you want to do. Because I never really knew. I never had a good answer. I was straight A's through high school. I scored near perfect on the ASVAB. I tried to join the Marines. The Marine told me I was crazy. I needed to talk to the Air Force first, that I was too smart for the Marines. So I joined the Air Force. I was going to engineering school for a year between that. I graduated high school. Went to school for engineering for a year because I was working for land surveyors and doing drawings and property stuff like that. Didn't love that. Started going to school for it. Definitely changed my mind. Didn't know what I wanted to do, so I joined the Air Force. And didn't like that. I was stuck doing that for 8 years. But yeah, so now I'll be 35 here in a couple months. I've been doing this for 7 years now, and I genuinely love it. Like, I mean, do I have my days where I just want to stay home? Yes. But at the end of the day, like, can I still come into work and do what I want? Yeah. Or do I not have to come in if I don't want to? Yes. Like, I have more flexibility with that. Especially here lately, it's been handy not having to be here every day, but that freedom does come eventually, but you've got to make smart decisions before then. But 100%, the gym would not be here, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, would not be here without the members. Like I said, those two individuals, Steve, Amber, still have 5 of my original members from day one when I opened, but I've got good people here. As you can see in this video, I was kind of freaking out the week before the move because people were having this happen and that happen, and I can't make it, or my kids are sick, and I'm like, oh shoot. We had like over 30 people show up. It was like amazing. I didn't even know what to think. I didn't think we were gonna have that many people. We had almost too many people. There's enough where, people would just help with a thing or two and take a break. It was not, I think we had everything moved in a matter of, how fast did we move everything? Like 2 hours?
Yeah.
Like, everything was from there over here under 2 hours, and then it was just organizing in here and getting the floor down and all that. Like, thank you guys. I cannot thank my members enough, even with the store. I can't tell you how many times that, people getting their day passes to me, or money's left out, or headphones. Like, we don't have problems with people stealing in here. Yeah, all my members, literally, we have, I can't tell you, my supplement store used to be like on the honor system in the old gym. I didn't have near as many things, but it just sat out in the open. There was a drop box, my Venmo, and Cash App on the wall, and people paid that way. And I can't tell you how many times someone would message me, hey, I'm grabbing a tub of protein, Venmo me, go in the gym, grab it, and go to walk out. And then I get a phone call from one of my other members, someone just walked out of here with a tub of protein. I'm like, okay, they're good. But just people watching my back. I also realized, like, 3.5 years in, my buddy Charles kind of made me take a break. We took a motorcycle trip and rode our Harleys down to Dallas, but he was like, let's go. And I'm like, dude, I can't, I got the gym. He's like, dude, you've never left. He's like, go. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, go. And talked to a couple people, oh yeah, we'll watch it. And now, since every time I've had to travel or go out of town for shows and things like that, people always pick up the gym well. They take care of it. Swear they take care of it better when I'm gone than they do when I'm here. But they pick shit up better when I'm gone than when I'm here. But no, seriously, like, without the members, this place would not happen. So many people have chipped in with down to even things I need in my personal life. I need a plumber. I know who to call. I'm not telling you on here because he'd be mad. But if I need a plumber, I got a plumber. If I need an electrician, I got an electrician. He's a half-ass electrician, but he works. I hope he watches this. Mechanic. When I need a mechanic, I get my car worked on for a more than fair price for giving him a free membership. Yeah, any kind of wheeling and dealing and trading I can do with things in my personal life with gym members, try to support their businesses or ways we can help each other out, I try to. And I would say we definitely have a gym family here. It's a good group of people, amazing group of people. I don't even think I can have maybe 1 or 2 friends outside of the gym. Other than that, I've met the best friends of my life in the gym. For sure, the people that I would never have met otherwise, from completely different walks of life, we kind of all run together here in the gym, and I really cannot thank everyone enough. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to those 2 people and all my gym members that have, basically helped me live my dream. Because yeah, I love this little shithole, and yeah, I've got to work side jobs here and there and do things on the side to make ends meet and pay bills and stuff sometimes, but I love what I do. I love my life and enjoy coming to work every day. I can genuinely say I've been very unhappy for a decade of my life, and I'm happy in here. So thank you to everyone for helping keep this place open, help us keep it open, and I'm gonna get back to this leg day. And, yeah, we'll talk more about why this leg day sucks in the future.